and welcome to month 2. So to recap, last month was full of brilliant opportunities and really opened my eyes into what team leaders do and how it varies from department to department and how different each individual person is. It was also really interesting to look at different areas when it comes to Converged, BG, and then company phones. So a real nice mixture for me to see how everybody works in different areas. It was my review last Friday, and I would be lying if I wasn't saying that I was chuffed as punch. It went really well, and it was great to have some positive feedback off both Ben and Ian, and also to hear that other managers and ops leads have also stepped forward to give some really good feedback as well. So it has empowered me moving forward into month 2 to give it again all that I've got, and hopefully to keep on giving those great results. So today I've started my shadowing when it comes to one-to-ones. So I've had an hour session with Scott Parkin for BG2. He was picking up a one-to-one session with one of the RBS agents. Now, going into this one-to-one, I was warned, going to be a little bit difficult because there was going to be difficult conversations to have. So with the changes that happened through our enterprise last week, and obviously the changes that are going to be coming through the department, I think for that area of enterprise it has left some people a bit anxious, and they still have some questions about what the future's going to look like for them in 2 to 6 months' time. So straight away, Scott, brilliant, he opened up with, how are you? Wanting to know how he's feeling, what his worries were, and it really just helped to ease the agent into the conversation about how he felt about the changes that were going through. To me, there was instant ease between the two of them. There was a lot of rapport, and it wasn't so much showing I'm the manager and this is going to be corporate jargon. It was very much, I'm going to relate to you on a one-to-one level, and I understand what you're going through. And straight away Scott showed loads of empathy as well, which I think is a fantastic trait of his, because he does know how to get down to everybody's level, dependent on how different they may be to him. He can put himself in their shoes, and he shows that he's fully approachable, he's available to speak to, and that he understands the challenges that everybody is facing. I think one thing that came across really, really well was Scott used the approach of using himself as an example as to his fears and anxieties for what's going to be coming up over the next 6 months. And he portrayed this in a brilliant way. He used a sheet of paper that he pinched off me. He now owes me some money for my paper, by the way. And he used that to put 3 boxes together, so A, B, C. C being the ultimate goal, what he wants to happen in 6 months' time. So he wants everyone to be happy, still in their jobs, performing well. And then there is option A, which is something that is completely out of your hand. So somebody from a different part in the business may look at you as a number and think, you know what, it doesn't matter who you are, we're getting rid of that particular role. And then there is option B, where that is something that you as a person need to focus on. So you will do all that you can not to be that person that gets cut from the job, because you have put in so much performance. You are basically out there shouting, I'm going to give this all my all. And for me, that reflects so well to an agent, because I came out of there feeling, do you know what? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to seize the day. And I think that came across so well in his delivery. And it went from the opening of a difficult conversation where there was a lot of anxiety and nervousness and like a lot of questioning around what's going to happen, to coming out and being, I'm going to take on the day, I'm going to perform, I'm going to hit my targets. Whether it was a soft plan to have something as an interim target or a 6-month plan to see a goal to get to, it really did help to show his agent he's there for support, he's there for encouragement, and he only wants the best for everyone. So I don't think I could have attended a better one-to-one for that, because it really did open up my eyes of how turning a negative situation into a positive, and how using his body language, his relativity with the agent, helped to soften any worries that agent had. Also, apart from that, once he had ascertained how the agent was feeling and, got them on side a little bit more, they were able to go through the one-to-one document and look at KPIs, look at quality that has been delivered over the past month, if they have any objectives or goals that they want to set as well. And I think because he'd already laid the foundation at the beginning of the talk, it allowed that agent to open up more and be a little bit more vocal on what it is that they want to work on, or anything that was frustrating them. And I think by the end there really was a unity between both team leader and agent. They both knew exactly where they want that agent to be, and the agent was fully aware of the support that he could have and be provided from Scott. He also, though, Scott did make the agent aware you need to perform. You do need to be able to brush yourself off and pick yourself up and start working towards a goal, because ultimately you are in a business and you do need to perform. And I think even though it was a soft way he delivered that, the message was clear. You've got to be accountable for your own actions. And yet again, he delivered that really well. It really impressed me, so I was really happy with the way the one-to-one went. And it didn't feel awkward as well, with me being someone looking in and being an observer of what could be a difficult conversation. There was no way to know how that conversation was going to go. The agent could have straight away blown up to the way that Scott was describing the changes and how they're feeling. But I think it took a lot of balancing of each personalities and making yourself relatable to make sure that outcome was positive. So all in all, really, really enjoyed that one-to-one. It was very different to the one-to-one that I attended in the afternoon with Andrea Mason. So very different straight away, because this was focused on an agent that is a really high achiever and is looking for development outside of offsite to go into service management. So discussing everything that they've been doing on their value add, their behaviours, how they've been using their time to develop their roles, so whether that is the university through Vodafone or doing external courses as well. It was really interesting, and it was nice to see how well Andrea supports anyone wanting to develop themselves. She will push and push and push, and that has to come also as a mutual respect. So if you do need that agent to help and pick up and support other queues if work is coming in a heavy load, then that agent also needs to understand that they are also there to make sure that the business is thriving as well. So it was really interesting to see that. Yet again, Andrea went through the KPIs, and she very much let the agent lead this. So that agent had to do all their own research. They found out what their SLAs were, what their adherence had been like, and she kept this in a fun and innovative way. So she's created a little competition for those that have got the best conformance. If they get 100%, they get a bottle of wine at the end of the month. So I personally would like to join that team. But it was really good, because it was then again a very different example of what a one-to-one could be like. And there weren't, in this occasion, no difficult conversations to be had, but it was a case of having that empowerment to the agent to know that they can go out there, they know they're performing really well in their core role, and they also have the time and support from their team leader to go out and do additional training so that they can look to progress through the business. So to wrap up, 2 very, very different one-to-ones, and I'm really glad that I've had the opportunity to compare both on one day, and I'm looking forward to seeing more one-to-ones as the weeks go on. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.